back to Ferris Sports Update. Time to check in with Bulldog Volleyball. I'm joined by head coach Tia Brandel-Wilhelm. Coach, first of all, welcome to the show.
Great, thanks for having us back.
Nice to have you back. Obviously a long trip back from Michigan Tech in some rough weather conditions, but got to be proud of the way your kids played winning the GLIAC tournament this past weekend.
Oh yeah, obviously anybody would be excited if their teams win the postseason tournament. But yeah, it was a great weekend for us. I thought, it wasn't necessarily our best volleyball or anything like that, but it's just really great how the team played together as a team, and they just kept plugging along, kind of like our whole season, just trying to get a little bit better every minute and just really trying to stay on that day and do a little better. And I thought we did that, throughout the whole tournament. I think that we just kept, playing the point that we were on and then moving on to the next one. 7th
GLIAC Tournament Championship in the past 8 years. How much do they really feed off of what some of those other players that have came before them have been able to do here at Ferris State?
I think there's a little bit of that for sure. I think a lot of the players on the team right now don't have that experience. There's a handful of the older players that do, and they really try to, help the whole team come along with those experiences. But, I think for them, everybody on this team, they chose Ferris because they want to compete all season long, and so they do the things that they have to do to try to compete like that.
So we go to some of the highlights. We'll start with the first match of the weekend. You beat Northern Michigan in the quarterfinals, earned a trip to Michigan Tech, and took on a very good Wayne State team here in the semis.
Wayne State really is playing well. They're a good team. They've put together a whole season of really good volleyball. So, and it's the second time we played them, so I know that they really were focused on kind of revenging the game that we had played at Wayne State.
How much does it help knowing the opponent a little bit better after you've played them already once over the course of the season?
Like most things, Rob, there's good and bad in everything, right? There's some good part of it, and then there's some stuff that's not as good because you've played them already and they kind of know what you want to do, so you have to be able to have some different wrinkles in there.
Got the first set here, but you knew Wayne State was going to be a good opponent and really battle you to the end, and they were able to do that.
Yeah, the first two sets and the last two sets were really different, and I thought that Wayne State really upped their play a lot in the second two sets, as we knew they would, and they're a very aggressive team and really try to put a lot of heat on the ball, and it really took us out of our rhythm and serve receive, and we definitely struggled in the third and fourth sets.
How much on a weekend like this does the veteran experience players that have been kind of through this before in postseason action really help you?
I think it helps too, but I think it's also, we do this every day in practice, and you hear the players say that a lot even during the game. They'll say, guys, this is just like what we do every day in practice, and we're in those scenarios a lot, so I think that's a big part of it too.
They battle back to take the third set, and then you had to come back in the fourth set. Went to that fourth set. What changed maybe allowed you to get that win in set number 4?
I think actually in the middle of we started out a little slow in the third set, and I think about halfway through that set we started to get back into a new rhythm for the game that what we were going to have to do with Wayne State kind of upping their play, and that really carried over into the fourth set.
Get the win over Wayne State 3-1, and advance on to the championship match where you knew you were going to have a tough opponent waiting on their home floor in Michigan Tech.
Yeah, Michigan Tech is a very good volleyball team. They have, quite a few players who are in their 5th season and of playing and starting. So we knew that it's going to be tough, and they're just a really good team.
Obviously a tough road environment as well. Always great fan support from the fans at Michigan Tech.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we actually really enjoy that. I think our team just likes energy in the gym. And the Tech fans, are pretty vocal, and their band is pretty vocal, and it's just kind of fun for us. I think it helps us play better.
We'll see in the match here. They won the first set. You had to rally back a couple times here in this match, and certainly speaks to character of your team to be able to battle back.
Yeah, for sure. I don't think we were. The first set just kind of was back and forth, and then they did a little sprint at the end, and we weren't super excited about that. And then, but the game was one of those games that it was 2 hours long, but it felt like 15 minutes because you're just we're just really focused on each point as we played, and I think that that was in the end the key for us, is that we just stayed focused on each point and trying to make a little change to get a little better for the next one.
Here in set number 3, Katie O'Connell, as Michigan Tech gets the win in this set, she had a great day for you with 25 kills.
Yeah, she did, and a lot of those were some pretty bad situations, maybe a bad pass and kind of chucking the ball to her, and she just really worked hard to create things. And she's just that kind of player. Like, she'll just do what her team needs her to do, for sure.
Backs against the walls here, down 2-1, but your kids rallied back and found a way to win this fourth set, and then jumped out to a great lead early on in the fifth set.
Thank goodness, right, that we got that lead there in the fifth set, because we needed every single one of those points.
Obviously, in this fifth set, as we mentioned, got out to a good lead, but Michigan Tech battled back, tied it up a couple times, and then ultimately you get the final 2 points of the match.
Yep, it was 14-14, but again, it was one of those things, like, it was just point for point, and when that last point went down, it was like, oh yeah, you just thought you were gonna go extra innings and just keep going, and it was just great to get that final kill.
As we see some of the photos there in the championship moment, how special was that for your team, and how much did they enjoy, I guess, that experience of winning that tournament championship?
Anytime you win a championship is really special, and we're really really grateful for that, and we're grateful for the opportunity to be there. We know that the ball could bounce a couple different ways, and we're not there, and we're just we're really grateful for that, and excited. I think it was really nice to see our team really pull together. That fourth set, I thought our bench made a really big difference in the game, and we just as a whole team just stayed together in a time when we could have fallen apart, and maybe 2 months ago would have fallen apart. And I just you see all those things come together, and as a coach, as an old lady out there, you see the big picture of the work that they've done through the season to plug away, get a little bit better every day, and to see them to see that come to fruition in a conference championship was really cool.
Obviously, recording the show here early in the week, you'll find out what happens in terms of making the NCAA tournament. You know you're in with the automatic bid. Remains to be seen where it's going to be held. Two good teams at the top here, in yourselves and Michigan Tech, and obviously speaks for what the GLIAC's been able to accomplish this year.
I think we'll get 4 into the tournament, 4 GLIAC teams, and that's really big. That's how it's definitely what we think is how we want our conference to be, is to just really be top heavy like that, and to be really strong in the whole region.
Obviously, the regional will take place here the first week of December, and I know you've had a chance to host it before. You've been in the tournament on the road. Really, you have to play some great volleyball against some strong competition.
We really, it doesn't matter to us where it is. We know that whatever happens, it'll be for our best interest, and we'll go there. We'll get out on the court and we'll do the best we can.
Well, Coach, congratulations again, and best of luck, and I look forward to catching up once you take part in the NCAA tournament.
Thank you.
We'll be back with more Ferris Sports Update right after this.